Hi everyone. You're watching this video more than likely because you're a current student of mine, or because you're a student I've coached, either in basketball, powerlifting, or UIL, or you received this link from someone who fits into one of those categories, right? So the announcement, or the one that I'm not exactly, I wouldn't say happy, that I'm not happy to be giving here in this format, is that this is my last year at IdeaQuest. This is my last year teaching for the foreseeable future, at least. Of course, I'd much rather give this information and give this announcement in person. That's what the plan was. There were a lot of plans for this year that kind of got derailed now. Decision wasn't an easy one. It's one that I'd thought about for a while, and since starting teaching at Quest the last 5 years, or starting teaching at Quest 5 years ago rather, it was always a thought in the back of my mind, right? How long I'd be here. And many of you have heard the stories, right? Or heard me talk about it in class on those first days of schools. On those first days of school, where I stuck around for this senior group, right? And to you seniors who may be watching this now, it's especially disappointing because there were so many things I wanted to witness for you, right? Your first college signing day, right? The first and last college signing day that hosts you as the star, right? And it's difficult. It's been difficult to come to terms with, I'm sure, for many of you, and for me as well, not to be able to see you have that experience, something that's been built up over however long you've been at IDEA. Not being able to see you more than likely at on a graduation stage, giving last goodbyes and things like that, or seeing you transition into this new stepping stone of your life, of your lives. There are lots of things that I wish were different because of that. You freshmen, especially the siblings, right, it's difficult not to be able to see you all continue to grow academically and continue to see your growth through the end of the year, because so much growth happens and so much realization happens as we enter the last couple months of school, and it's just not quite the same, right? It's difficult not being in the classroom. It's difficult not interacting with students and being in the classroom, teaching like I want to be teaching, like I wanted to be teaching my last year. Again, this decision wasn't an easy one, right? It took a lot of thought and took a lot of care to reach. For those wondering what's next, right? What's next for me? I applied to graduate school, right? I applied to go back to school. I applied to a number of programs, got into the ones I applied to, the ones to which I applied, and ultimately, in this past week, made my choice. I decided upon what the next 2 years of my life are going to look like. And for that, for me at least, means going back to grad school and earning a master's degree for now, and then seeing what life plays out after that. And this may be a shock to some of you. This may be maybe something you heard already, and I'm sorry if you did hear it before hearing it from me. This is a very personal decision, and especially for those students whom I've coached through UIL, through powerlifting, those in the ICS and the International Cultural Society. It's especially difficult seeing the buildup of these clubs and groups, and ultimately realizing that I won't be here to see that play out next year. You have questions, concerns, or comments, feel free to reach out to me through chat, through Teams, through WhatsApp, right? In the WhatsApp groups, right? Those of you who are in those groups for UIL, for powerlifting, you'll be seeing this soon enough, right? And I'm sure you may have some questions and things to ask, but I put this announcement off as much as I could in order to give myself time to prepare, what I wanted to say and how I wanted to say it, and then all of this quarantine happened, and things changed, right? And well, better to tell sooner rather than later, right? And not put it off. At the very least, so that you'd hear this from me, because I do think this is something that you should hear directly from myself, and that I wanted to tell you all myself. That's the announcement, right? Thank you for sticking on as long as you did, right? Uh, I'm still here throughout the end of the year, right? I'm still finishing out the year, and if at all possible, hoping that we get back to school in June or July. However unlikely that may seem, if nothing else, to pick up some mementos that are left in the classroom and to say goodbye to some of you, all right, before the next step, all right, the next chapter. Hoping you all are well, happy, healthy, safe, and missing you all very much.